Sonic 3D or
Sonic 3 is a good one.
Sonic 3, I think that's...
They're all, actually all the Sonics are good.
No.
So that's for PlayStation 2. I think the 3 I have there for PlayStation 1. Well, I'm still on the first game. So when I get to 3, then oh, Richard. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for stopping by. Holy crap. Hey, good morning. What's up, guys? Hello, whoever joined. Good morning. Just trying to get the stream all set up. Hey, what's up, Big Monster? Hello. I gotta ship out this machine real fast. Oh, you're gonna get NBA 2K18? It's good. What system are you getting it for? I'm pretty sure you told me this, but I forgot. I'm sorry. Sorry, I'm making so much noise. PS4. That's probably the best one to get it for. I'm torn. I might get it on PS4, but I kind of want a portable version. I might get it on the Switch. I like the idea of being able to take it with me wherever I go. However, it's going to look worlds better on the PS4. Turn this TV down. got some trade-ins before I started the stream. That's a good one. Battle Revolution. This is like a futuristic Sim City. I don't know if anybody's played that. It's pretty new. And I'd like to imagine these Sonic games don't exist because they kind of suck. But copy. So what's everybody playing? What do you guys want to talk about today? What should we talk about? Turn the air on. Getting warm in here. What's up, Alex? How are you? What? I can't wait either for Red Dead, but that's not till spring. It's gonna be a while. God, I wish Red Dead would go. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if it's not even spring if they push it back even further. Unfortunately, the 2K, the people that make Rockstar, they're pretty much perfectionists, so they're not going to release it till it's ready, which is fine by me, even though I really want it. I'll probably be playing Battlefront 2 and a little bit of Call of Duty and Shadow of War to hold me over. You can't wait for what's in July, Cornelius? What's up, Mr. Beyond? Not much. Just finishing up my Amazon orders for the day. I usually try to get them done before I start streaming. I was down to one, so I'm just finishing it up. Oh, legalization. Nice. Sorry, I'm not into that, Cornelius. That's cool. Congratulations. Enjoy your legalization. So are you what are you I guess I was assuming what are you talking about for being legalized? Are you becoming legalized citizen, or are you talking about something else becoming legalized? So everybody knows. Evil Within will be a good game. Yeah, the Evil Within 2. The first one was pretty cool. Yeah, I figured it was cannabis. I was just making sure. I didn't want to jump to conclusions. I figured it was the weed. But you didn't have like Cornelius 420. So before I jump to conclusions, I want to make sure. Because usually people that are happy about that, they all have 420 in their name. Mr. Beyond, I'm not into the NHL that much. They're selling real well, just not my thing personally. I used to play the NHL games back in the day on the Genesis and stuff like that, but I'll be honest, I haven't played too many of the modern ones lately. They get great reviews. Everybody seems to love them. It's just not my thing. Print postage. You see what's good on the news today. After I confirm the shipment. NHL 96 was good. Everybody considers NHL 94 like on Genesis like the top retro one. That's usually the one that goes for the most money. I played so many retro games this weekend on my Raspberry Pi. I was playing all kinds of stuff. I was playing a lot of Tecmo Bowl with newer rosters. You guys are quiet today. Ask me some questions. Kind of. Hello. Yeah. Man. Oh, is it? Yeah, I guess I'm coming up there. Yeah. How many we get? Adam wants one of those, my cousin. Yeah, that'll be pretty popular. Yeah, I went back to 2-on-2 instead of 3-on-3. Yeah. Oh, it was too crazy. Well, it'll still have hunters now. Yeah. Hopefully it's balanced. Yeah, I don't mind tag team. I kind of just hated it when it was. Yeah, there were a couple broken here. Yep. All right. Yep. Bye. Yes, I remember Blades of Steel, but also I like that one back in the day. I think I have Blades of Steel out here. I'm just double checking. Oh, we must have sold our Blades of Steel. We had a couple. I am all out of Blades of Steel. Let me make sure it's not back here. Yep, I'm out of Blades of Steel. Unless my overstock and they go somewhere else. Yep, out of Blades of Steel at the moment. Do I got Project Cars 2? Project Cars 2? That didn't come out. Hold on, let me confirm this shit. My other store just called me. We just got Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Project Cars 2 comes out on the 22nd. So on Friday. We'll probably get it like Wednesday or Thursday. So no, I haven't got it yet. The only thing we got in today was Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, as far as I know, so far. I don't believe I do, Alex. I'll double check. I don't think I have a Maniac Mansion. I see it from time to time, but it usually doesn't last real long because the collectors usually snap that up because it's kind of on the rarer side of them. Yeah, I don't have one at the moment. Yeah, whenever I get one of those, it only lasts a day or two till some collector snatches it up. Let me see what's good on the news. Blades of Steel was the stuff, though. I like Blades of Steel, too. They should, they need to make a new NBA Jam. That's what they should make. I know they made one a few years ago. It was on 360 and PS3. But... So they're done updating Battleborn. I didn't even know people still played that. Oh, there's a review for Marvel vs. Capcom. Yeah, corner. The only thing about double dribble is once you figured out how to shoot threes out of the corner, it broke the game. Let's see what they reviewed Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. I'm on IGN. Gave it a 7.7. They said it's got poor art style, but it's an excellent fighting game underneath a bad name. What the hell does that mean? Well, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite's tag team fights are like a bolt of lightning from Molinar. Its story is dreadful and its characters look like they were deliberately designed to spawn a million memes. It manages to be easily one of the worst and also one of the best fighting games in recent memory. How can it be one of the worst and best at the same time? It's like its heroes and villains is stuck between two worlds. What a weird. Who plays? Do any of you guys ever? Do you like? I honestly I can barely remember any of the stories of any of the Marvel vs. Capcom. Who plays fighting games for story? Besides, like, you know what? Mortal Kombat had a good story, and Injustice has good stories. Marvel vs. Capcom 2 on Dreamcast was awesome. I love that. That's one of my favorite. Well, see, the thing is, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite it went back to it's only one person tagging. It's 2-on-2. It's not 3-on-3. Trying to read some of the review to see. Yeah, but it seems like they just hate the graphics on it. I don't know. You know what? I have the video over here. I'll have the game later today, but I'm gonna watch. Here we go. Oh, that, oops. Did the wrong. Yeah, yeah. Street Fighter V has a shit story. Who plays fighting games for a story? One of my favorite fighting games is Dead or Alive, and I don't even think there is a story. I mean, well, there is, but I don't think I've ever even done the story on it. Do fighting games really even need a story? There's a bad guy, and you got to beat everybody to get to him and beat the bad guy. That's really the story. Mortal Kombat and Injustice, those had good stories. I did like those stories. And I'll be honest, I'm not a big Mortal Kombat. I'm kind of suck at Mortal Kombat and Injustice, but I did play those games for the story, just to see the story. So I guess some games, I guess I answered my own question. I wouldn't even have played the latest Mortal Kombat's or Injustice if it wasn't for the story. So I guess it does add a little bit to it. I want this game too. This is Spider-Man.
It's not really me they're safe. Probably for the best. Knowing everything hinges on the guy from Queens sounds as scary as it feels.
I don't know. You can probably beat it in an hour or so. The Injustice 2 storyline, but I'm pretty sure you get different endings depending who you beat it with. So. Yeah, I want Spider-Man. That's another. I keep forgetting that that's coming out. That looks pretty badass too. That's a good exclusive for Sony. I get people all the time asking when it's coming out on Xbox, and they get so disappointed when I tell them it's a Sony exclusive. That'll be another one I'll be playing. Next in development. Get her quiet today. Ask me some questions or something. Yeah, I don't. We'll have to see how the VR. This is really good too. Metroid for 3DS. I really wish this was on Switch though. I really wish they would have made a Switch version. I'm kind of like, I like my 3DS still, but I'm kind of done with it. I mean, I prefer the Switch now. But Metroid is really, really well done. Better not show too much or Nintendo will probably put a copyright claim on me. What's up, Chris? Howdy. Let me see what other kind of news I can come up with. I'll be honest, I'm not sure, Kevin. I'll look. But it's the old Metroid Prime was the GameCube one though, wasn't it? Oh, Metroid Prime 4. Bad news for Nintendo Switch fans. Looks like it's a ways away yet on Metroid Prime 4. Martin, the only thing is, I mean, like, Sony owns the rights to Spider-Man, so it doesn't... They want you to buy a PS4. I kind of understand it. I hate when... I used to hate exclusives, especially when I was... Back in the day, I was kind of a Sega fanboy, and good lord, Sony used to pay for exclusives all the time. Like, they would just pay other companies to not make games for the Saturn. I used to hate exclusives. Now, as a business, I actually kind of like them because I don't have to order as many. I can just focus on one system. Yeah, business was decent on Saturday. I mean, everything could be exclusive for the right price, but the thing is, Sony owns the rights to Spider-Man, so it doesn't surprise me they did that. Actually, Martin, you know what? One of the biggest games that would be a cool exclusive, and Microsoft could do it, is Minecraft. Microsoft owns Minecraft. The only problem with Minecraft is they paid $2.5 billion for Minecraft. They spent so much money to get Minecraft that the only way they're going to make their money back is for it to not be an exclusive. They need to sell it on as many platforms as they can in order to actually be profitable on that deal. You know, back in the Genesis and Super Nintendo days, there used to be all kinds of like kind of cool exclusives. Like there was, for example, there was an Aladdin game on both systems, but they were totally different games. Same with like Ghosts and Goblins, and Ghouls and Ghosts. They were different on Genesis and Super Nintendo. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, they were different games. Like the Turtles in Time is different than the Hyperstone Heist on Genesis. I wish they would do stuff like that again, where you get the same game, but it's still a different game on the different systems. That was kind of cool back then. I think Microsoft was absolutely idiotic to pay $2.5 billion for Minecraft. Minecraft's a great IP. I mean, it is a great IP, but it's not worth $2.5 billion. And it shows that they overpaid because they can't even make it exclusive to their console. I mean, if Minecraft was only on Xbox, that would sell systems. If you could only get Minecraft, you know, or even if they ever come out with a Minecraft 2 and it was exclusive, that would sell systems for them. But they can't because they spent so much damn money that they got to have it on everything in order to make their money back. What's up, FUA? FUA? Let me see what other kind of news I can see. Oh, what's this game? Hold on, I gotta log into my news site. I have a website I go to where it's like it's for games press, but you gotta be in the business to get into it. So I'm trying to log in. I gotta remember my password. Crap. There we go. Chaos Child. What the hell's Chaos Child? You guys heard of a game for PS4 called Chaos Child? Minecraft's more popular than Angry Birds. Angry Birds is it's a totally different game. Minecraft's actually super popular. Just look on YouTube. How many there's people that freaking make a living just making Minecraft videos. You don't see people making a living making Angry Bird videos. Chris, I'm 42, and I'll be honest, I thought Minecraft looked like the dumbest thing in the world when it first came out. My daughter got into it. She's 8 though. She really loves Minecraft. So she got me to play it with her. It's actually not that bad. It's not my thing personally, but I do like playing it with my daughter. It's kind of a cool thing to do with my youngest daughter. She's just super into it, and we go in there and we build houses, and I make a lot of Mario. Like, I do a lot of 8-bit art in it. I'll do Mario, and we have a whole world that's got like these giant Mario and Luigi and all that stuff. What's up, Mercenary? Chaos Child. It looks like Persona almost. I'm looking at a video of it. It's exclusive to PS4 and Vita. I'm just looking because it says it's. I'm looking at the press release for it. Comes out October 13th. Oh, October 24th in North America, October 23rd in Europe. Looks like Persona a little bit. It's just me today. There's no crew. Derek will be in shortly, though. I saw this on the marketplace the other day. Brawlhalla. It looked like a 2D like Smash Brothers game. Let's see what else. Middle Earth Shadow War. Middle Earth Shadow War, by the way. If you reserve it from us, you get this awesome t-shirt. Shadow War. You just bought Yeez and pre-ordered Legend of Mana for it. Awesome. Derek always thought that game was called Wise until I just corrected him. He thought it was Wise. Let's see what else is coming out. Huh. There's another. Hello.
How are you doing?
Good. Did you guys need help at all?
Nope.
Thank you.
All right.
Why? That's actually something that you can like win the levies. Why is that even a game? What?
There's a bunch of Wii games in the bin there too that are under $5. Those are all $5 and under.
Is it up in your room or is it downstairs?
No, it's upstairs, packed away somewhere. There you go.
I think my sister's will take it.
What?
Shoot, I don't know if it has the little plug for those.
For what?
Or if I gotta get one of the like you got.
You either need the controller and the nunchucks, or you need the controller and the that thing. You don't have. Do you have two controllers?
You guys got any questions about the controller?
Will these work for Wii?
That's for the Wii.
It depends on which one it is. Which game are you trying to play?
This one.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know if I have, if there's a port.
This one will. That one will. This is a GameCube one.
Isn't there a port on some of the Wii's that are on Wii that you can plug that into though?
Yeah, but you
Yeah,
can't
if
use
you're
it.
doing for a GameCube game.
You can't use it with
Oh,
that.
actually,
Yes,
you
you
can.
can.
Yes, you can actually.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, it supports it. Yeah, as long as your Wii has that. Yeah, you can do that one. My bad. This one you can plug. You can plug into the controller and it'd be wireless. You know, because your controller would
that's
be
what you
wherever
got.
you're at. Yeah. That one you have to plug right into the Wii.
Into the Wii, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
you can. My bad.
How long's the wire then?
Pretty long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gonna do some Mario Kart.
Oh my god, yeah.
That's awesome.
I must have sparked a fire.
I love Mario
for
Kart.
you.
This is my favorite game of all time.
The new ones are really awesome too. That one's awesome too. That one's really good. All of them. I don't think they've ever made a bad Mario Kart.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Everyone's good.
Playing like Crash Team Racing.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
PlayStation.
That one's not bad
I
though.
was just gonna say that. I used to love that one.
That's all we did when I was little.
Yeah, that's a pretty good kart one too.
What about, I wanna play Crash Bandicoot.
I think they remade it.
Yeah, they did it for PS4.
Really?
I think
Yeah,
so.
you get the first three. That's right. Great. Yeah, you get
How did they
one.
never gonna make that again?
Yeah, it's got 1, 2, and 3, and the graphics have all been updated. So they're basically the same game. You know, back that's what they were back then. Okay.
I'm not really buying stuff.
No.
No.
What old disc can you put in yours? That's stupid. I used to play that too.
That's
Yeah.
You all set?
Yeah.
Let's see what
See what Adam's doing today. See if he wants to get down on some Mario Kart.
I thought he was working, or did he have class?
He probably no.
we
He's
got.
got
Want to play Mario Kart?
right. He's probably not working or working until later.
Will you get one of the old Nintendos?
Huh?
What?
Got my last one too.
Nice.
Do you have one of our discount cards?
I do not.
If you want one, it's free. It takes 2 seconds to sign up.
No.
All right. Got some serious Mario Kart going on today.
Making escapade. You wanna play that?
No. Silent about that.
Total is 64.17. You can do credit. Does that have a chip on it?
Yeah.
Okay, it's gonna have to go in, or it's gonna make you. It's gonna ask you if the amount's correct, and you can just press the F one.
Well, listen, watching it, I thought he was so into it.
I don't know.
There's a 30-day warranty on everything. Just hold on to your receipt. If you have any issues, just bring it back.
All right.
Have fun. Actually, the pen looks like it's ready to die. That one. It actually didn't go through all the way. Sorry. CNC games. I do not at the moment. I am out of used ones on those. I just have new. All right. They are $299 for the regular version, $399 for the Pro. Yep. Yep. Bye. Sorry about that. It was weird. It just, I guess I must have hidden something on my end. Let me give you that pen.
Okay.
That was weird. It usually just prints on its own. There you go. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Have a good one. Look out for those blue shells.
The worst.
Yeah. Raspberry Pis are awesome. I see somebody talking about the Raspberry Pi. I just put my Raspberry Pi in a case that looks just like an NES Classic. What are you guys talking about IPTV? Yeah, I guess I don't. Not familiar with IPTV. Oh, you mean the routers over there come built in with that? I mean, this camera's on a PlayStation, but I can log in. I can log into our security system from my house and check out all the security cameras. I can sit here and watch the store if I want from my house, or from my phone for that matter. I can log in and I can see when I'm not here, what's going on in the store. I gotta call the store. Oh shit, that's what I'm doing. I can't dial today. Oh my god. This phone is... we just got this phone, and I'm used to the other one. Yeah, I could screenshot and record it, armpit. Look at this phone. It's got a mute down here. I keep bumping the mute, and it's like adding a button press. It's really weird when I'm down. When I'm trying to hit 0. So weird. Hello, Mario Kart on Wii. I'm out. Says you have 4. Alright. Yep, goodbye. Have I ever rang Derek, went home and told him off? No, not told him off. But I scared him the one day because we have a little camera. I don't know if you guys can see it on there. There's a little wireless camera here that I can actually hear and I can talk through. And so one day it was like all quiet in the store, and I logged in and I was like, Derek, and he like jumped. It was pretty funny. Hello from Japan. I don't know what time it is there, but I'll still say like the one greeting I know. Ohio gozaimasu. I think I said good afternoon. So I doubt it's afternoon. It's probably night or morning there. I gotta get some more controllers in them low. So what should we talk about today? You guys everybody's quiet. We just got a lot of lurkers here. That's good morning, that's right. $1:30 a.m. You're up late. Your dog looks cute. I like your dog. I see your avatar. I'm assuming that's your dog, Koki. PlayStation Now. Oh god, I wish Sony didn't have that because it works okay if you have really fast internet connection. It's not. You can't really do multiplayer. Like you're never gonna play like multiplayer over PlayStation Now. Yeah. It's kind of cool, like if you had kids and you don't want to pay for a lot of games, you can just get them a PlayStation Now and they'd be happy with all those games. But it's not a real good solution. I really wish they would just do backwards compatibility. Unfortunately, they paid a lot of money for that streaming technology, so they're not going to do backwards compatibility. They're going to give that streaming technology every chance to try to be a success. Wise guy, I'm good. It is a crappy way to do backwards compatibility, but I mean, it was funny because God, about 10 years ago, that was like such a cool thing that it was even possible to stream games. Like, I knew it was gonna never work. Do you remember like there was OnLive, which already went out of business? I remember going to E3, and it was hilarious because me and my business partner were there, and there's an OnLive booth, and I remember going there, and I was like, God, this place is phenomenal. I'm like, there's no way this is actually over the internet, and they screwed up while we were there. They like went into a menu, and I saw there was 0 ping, and I'm like, there's absolute. Me and my business partner, I go, did you see that? He goes, yeah. I go, there's no way, because I asked the guy like where the server was, and he said the server was like in the next state, and I'm like, they're full of shit, because there's no way you have 0 ping. That server had to be on the premises. It had to be right there, like behind whatever we were playing, and they basically kind of lied and sold that streaming service out to be that it was better than it actually was. There's just no way you can have 0 ping unless you're on the server. regardless of how fast the internet connection is. Zero ping it's impossible. Yeah, they were hooked up directly, and they were telling everybody that this was streaming over the internet, and a lot of people were like, "Wow, this technology is amazing," and OnLive failed. Conversely, Sony bought one of the competitors to OnLive. They bought the technology from a competitor, and they wanted to use it in their systems. But it was like back about 10 years ago. It was like such a cool. Like even that it was possible, it was cool back then that it was possible. People that knew better knew it's never gonna be the greatest way to play a game. It's always better to have the game on your system. There's just no way streaming's never gonna get to the point where games are good. It's okay for video, but games, just the latency required for video games, it's just. Internet's never gonna, unless everybody in the world's on like maybe fiber optics, I don't think the internet's ever gonna be fast enough for streaming services to really be a viable option for video games. I mean, it's cool, it's okay for single player and you can kind of get to it, but for multiplayer and stuff like that, it's just never gonna work. There's just too much lag involved. You know what, my game on the free games, I don't mind the free games, but I think it's funny the industry's such a they're such hypocrites, because I think it's hilarious that they hammer on used games and say used games affects their profits or whatever, but free games are okay. So you can't. They're so full of shit. You can't complain about used games but it's okay to give away your games for free. But used games hurt you. Actually, used games and free games, if you've ever noticed, they're usually older games, and it's actually used games are kind of similar in the fact that like somebody buying a used game, like look at Grand Theft Auto for example. I don't really play Grand Theft Auto anymore. So I sold my game to myself in my store, and I sold it, and someone bought my game. So now somebody else is playing my game, and they're still buying like the add-ons, and now I'm done with Grand Theft Auto, but somebody else is they're still getting the money off that game in another way. They're getting the DLC from people. It's the same with free games. The reason they give free games away is because they're hoping to get you on some of the DLC. I mean, sometimes they give away really free games. I'm to the point, you know what else about the free games that kind of backfires on the industry that they don't realize? I'm to the point now where I'm pissed because I swear to God, every time I buy a game, like digitally, every time I buy like some indie game or whatever, some smaller game, it becomes free down the road. And I'm to the point now, and I know a lot of people, they don't buy them anymore because they'll just become free down the road. I actually think they're hurting themselves with the free games. I can't tell you how many games I've bought that just became free down the road, and there's some I really want, but I'm not going to pay what they're asking right now, and they'll probably be free down the road. So I'm like, I'll just wait till it's free. Like Axiom Verge, I really want to play Axiom Verge. It looks awesome because it looks like Metroid, but I'm not going to buy it digitally because I don't own it. And I'm sure eventually it'll be free, or it is coming to the Switch, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be physical on the Switch. I might buy it when it's physical on the Switch. So you don't like Sony? Yeah, Ken Kutaragi was good. I don't know. I don't have a problem with Sony. I think Sony's actually been doing most everything right lately. There's been so many games, like literally the month after I bought them, they went free. And you got to be on the lookout whenever they have like some great sale on a game, I can almost guarantee you it's going to be free the next month. Because they're like tempting you, oh, hey, look how good a deal this is. And then you buy it, and then it's free next month. Yeah, Resogun was a good one. They need to put Resogun on physical. I mean, even like Last Run or somebody hopefully will do it. I'd probably buy it just to have the physical version. Or, yeah, limited run. I said Last Run. Limited run. Somebody, they should get Resogun. I see. I don't think Sony. I don't think Sony wants to do any of those though with limited runs. I think I saw an interview or something where limited runs said they wanted Resogun, but they couldn't get it. See, that's the thing though, Armpit. Though they spent all that money for that streaming service, and they're just trying to make that. They're trying to make that work. Next Machina. Is that? I'll have to check that out. I haven't checked out Next Machina, wise guy. 1 second, I gotta step in the back for 1 second. 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. I'm fighting a cold, and I didn't want to blow my nose on camera. I agree with you, Armpit, but I think like Sony has the luxury of being in the top spot, and they're kicking everyone's ass, so they don't really need to do the backwards compatibility. I'll be honest. The only reason I feel Microsoft even went backwards compatible and did that is because they're getting their ass handed to them. I think they needed to do something that would set them apart from Sony, and it helped. Actually, the backwards compatibility did do well for them. It does help them, but it's not a system seller. It's not. I mean, it's great. I like it. You like it. I'm sure a lot of people like it, but for most people don't care. The hardcore gamers care, but the average person, they don't care. The only thing is, part of the reason the PS3 was so expensive when it first came out is because it had all the parts. It literally had a PlayStation 3, a PlayStation 2, and a PlayStation 1 all crammed into that giant box that it came. The first PS3 was a beast. I still have it. I have the 60 gig, the backwards compatible one. Well, that's the other thing about backwards compatibility, though, Armchair. The reason they don't support the majority of them is a lot of it is licensing. Like, God, I would love to. I'm here in the States, so I like college football. I would love to see NCAA, but it's never going to happen because of licensing, and they would get the shit suit out of them. Matt, every time a new system comes out, everybody says it's going to be digital only, and it never happens. That would be stupid to go digital only.
Half of this country doesn't even have broadband.
More than half the world doesn't even have internet. I mean,
that's hard to believe.
It's hard to believe, but even like here in our area, I can't. I know you guys, like, nobody believes me when I say this, but there's people that around here don't have internet. Like, in the United States, there's a lot of people. I get a lot of people buying games, and that's one of the things when they buy a system, they're like, oh, do you have to be online or whatever? They buy their games based on whether or not they got to be online or not. And I know that sounds like crazy, especially for us, like people like us that are online all the time.
Yeah.
But for some people, technology is magic to them. I know Microsoft contacted every developer, but let's be honest about the backwards compatibility on Xbox One. It's not truly backwards compatible. You put the disc in, and it's like, oh, hey, you own this, and then it downloads a compatible version. It's not playing off the disc. It's not even installing off the disc. It is completely downloading a different version that they made compatible. They're really taking the Xbox 360 games and reprogramming them and converting them to work on the Xbox One. It's not even doing anything with the disc other than using that disc as a key. And Sony could do that the same way if they really wanted to, but they don't have to because they're in the lead. They don't have to do any of that stuff.
Are you going to Fremont today?
Yeah, I have to.
Yeah, NBA's.
And Marvel.
Marvel is coming up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's still a lot of movie rental stores here. Yeah, Blockbuster's gone, but it's kind of, I'm sure it's in a localized area. It's called Family Video. They do great. They have hundreds of stores.
I mean, like Sony's philosophy is just if you want to play PS3 games, keep your PS3. As kind of.
Yeah, I know it's less convenient to have two systems, but if you want to play, I still have my PS3 for that very reason.
Mine's not hooked up, but I do have it.
My PS3 is hooked up to my family TV. It's not hooked up in my game room.
Right.
It's still hooked up because my kids still play it all the time. And do I think Nintendo will pass Microsoft? I doubt it. The only thing is, I have a kind of an out there theory about Microsoft that a lot of people haven't seen yet. But I actually think Microsoft long term is getting out of the console business. I think they're trying to slowly transition their customers to be PC gamers. I don't understand why else you would make all of your exclusive games also be on PC. I think in the long term, they want to take a cutaway. They want a piece of Steam's pie. I think Microsoft wants to take Steam down. I don't think they're really looking at Sony as their main competitor. I think they look at Steam as the number one, the place they want to be. They want people to do the Windows Store. And I know the Windows Store sucks, and I know a lot of people don't like it, but if you think about it, just think of all the Xbox games that are exclusive that'll be exclusive on PC through the Windows Store. There's so many laws that are, I honestly, like Microsoft right now, a lot of people don't realize this. Microsoft right now, they could probably hit a switch and every original, not 360, but the original Xbox games should be able to work on the Xbox One. The Xbox One and the original Xbox are really similar in architecture. It should be really simple for all the original Xbox games to work on the Xbox One. But they won't do that because of licensing. Oh, the chat system on the Switch is an absolute clusterfuck. It's a joke. How Nintendo could think that's even remotely good is beyond me. It's so dumb, it's not even funny. But I'll be honest, it doesn't really affect how I like the system, because I don't like talking to people anyway online. So I mean, even like on PS4, half the time I create a private party so I don't have to hear anybody, because I don't want to hear racist, immature little dumbasses, talking about my mom online. So.
Ken, no, what's up?
What's up, Gun Nut? So honestly, not talking to people, I'm pretty antisocial on online anyway. I only talk to my friends anyway. So even when I'm playing multiplayer, I pretty much just mute everybody.
Dustin, that's a cool thing about if they ever go back to cartridges. Cartridges just read right off the cartridge. You don't have to install unless they do something stupid.
Unless they do something stupid like NBA 2K. But NBA 2K is because Take-Two's kind of being cheap about it. Because right now you can get Switch cartridges in 16 gigs or 32 gigs. They're putting NBA 2K on a 16 gig cart. The game is bigger than the cart, so you have to still download quite a bit. So even if you buy the physical NBA 2K, you still have to download half the game. They're doing that because the 32 gig cartridges are much more expensive, and they would have to raise the price of the game if they bought the 32 gig carts and put them on there. And then eventually they're going to have 64 gigabyte cartridges for the Switch. Because they're doing that, it's kind of bringing up the whole issue that the Switch doesn't have enough memory built in. If it should, in theory, if everybody bought physical cartridges, you wouldn't have to worry about the small amount of memory.
Right.
But yeah, because they're going with the smaller cartridge, it's bringing that up. Hello from Scotland. The laws are ridiculous. We need our laws to catch up with our technology. Our laws are what's holding back technology. Especially digital. I've said this 1,000 times, but our laws need to change so you can sell your digital games. Yeah, Bethesda's doing the same thing. Yeah, I know, David. It sucks. They could fit those games on the cart if they went with 32 gigabyte carts, but they're all being cheap. They don't want to pass. They don't want to have Doom or NBA 2K on the Switch being like $20 more. They don't want you to have to pay $80 for NBA 2K. But you're in a roundabout way. You are paying $80 because you got to have an SD card in that system. So you're going to end up spending the money on the SD card. They're kind of passing the cost onto the customer that way, in order for them to keep their price point low. I understand what they're doing. I don't like it. I completely understand, though, on 2K's part,
I wonder
because
what their cost is, though, like their cost difference between 16 and 32 gig chips.
Well, right now too is I guess there's some kind of shortage on the RAM or whatever that they use. Right. So it's probably kind of high right now.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing. Mario's only 5.7. You know what's funny is I've said this for a long time. When people made the jump to like CD, and then when they made the jump to Blu-ray, like developers don't even try anymore to compress stuff. God, games used to fit in such small places, and they used to compress stuff. Now they're so lazy because they have Blu-rays and they have like 50 gigs to work with that they don't even try to compress anything anymore. But Nintendo still does. So yeah, I mean Nintendo is still working on compression. Like it's crazy. I can't believe they don't even try to compress anymore. Data's become so cheap they don't even try. Yeah, Forza 7. Actually, Forza 7. If you have the Xbox One X, the update for Forza 7 is over 100 gigs. You have to download 100 gigs to get it to go 4K. I think a lot of people making games nowadays, they don't. I think some people make good games, but they're not true programmers. They use all the tools and stuff, and they don't understand. They know
how to use 3D Max.
Yeah, they know how to use like the 3D programs, the engines that are made for them, but they have no idea how to compress anything. See, David, that's just crazy. They shouldn't even have to have 2 discs on with the Blu-rays. Just compress your crap.
As it becomes cheaper, Dustin, I mean, you'll see it more and more, but until then.
I am going to have to...
Right now, the majority of TVs in people's houses are just 1080, you know,
Yeah.
HD. Once everybody starts getting 4Ks in their houses, then that's where it'll move.
That's why I think actually Nintendo's okay with the Switch being only, you know, a 1080 720 machine, because there's maybe 5% of the people have a 4K TV. Hey, I gotta run to my other store. Derek will keep you guys happy for a while.
Do I think 5K will be 4K only? I don't think so, especially if it only comes out in the next couple years. Like I said, there's so many people.
No,
The majority of people still just have HD TVs. They don't have 4K
people with
TVs.
standard def TVs.
Yeah, there are still people with standard definition TVs. So you have to wait till the majority of, like, once 4K TVs get around the standard, like, $400 price range. So more, I mean, you can get them that cheap, but they're not necessarily great 4K UHDs. But you have to wait till the majority of people start getting 4K TVs before they become exclusive to that.
This just needs put away. I don't
Okay.
know if that one needs to go out.
Okay. Open on a Monday, yeah. Why wouldn't we be open on a Monday? We're open every day. Except for like Christmas and Thanksgiving and stuff like that. Yeah, and that's the thing. And then when most people start having 4K TVs, yeah, the next greatest thing will come out. 8K, 10K. Yeah, David, they are slowly price dropping. I see it. They are becoming more affordable, but yeah, 10K will be out by the time. Yeah, I'm probably right there with you, Kevin. Quit calling me. Guy who wants me to buy health insurance from him. I've already told him no, but he calls like every day. As far as I know, Painter, as far as I know, they still own the copyright to Blu-ray. So... yeah, David, like I said, there's different ranges of TVs, but you can get a 4K TV for as low as like $300 right now. It's not necessarily the greatest 4K TV, but you can get one. Oh, you still got like the old projection TV, Zach? 4K was only 600 pounds. I'm guessing you actually mean like the British euro pound is versus the TV weighed 600 pounds. HDR you liked back in the day? I don't need insurance, but I am sick. That's what they're saying, Ark. They are saying that they are going to have more in the first run than they had for the entire NES run. So that's what they're hinting at. We're not personally seeing that, so I don't know. We're kind of still getting we're scraping for them like we did for the regular Mini, but according to Nintendo, they have a ton of them that are going to be available. I'm just chewing on a mint. Oh. How's my glass going? Slowly. I was supposed to finish the projects over the weekend, and I got them like 98% complete. I could have finished them. I should have. It was right there, but then I was like, I'll do it tomorrow, and then tomorrow I didn't do it, so... now I'll either do it tonight or Wednesday, actually, probably, because that's my day off. Pretty sure that's my day off. Hope so. I told all my friends Wednesday. And they were making plans based on that. Come on, open. Yeah, 2K's been selling pretty good, David. We're actually going to go pick up some more right now. Well, tomorrow the official edition comes out. The early tip-off came out on Friday. But we already sold out of our... Actually, we got... This is all we got left. We got one Legacy left for Xbox One, and that's it. Everything else is we sold out of. So, we're going to go pick up more today, which will be available for... Maybe there'll be a couple early tip-offs in there, but otherwise the actual game comes out tomorrow. Technically, David, yeah, you were supposed to pre-order it. Granted, we just order them from distributors, so when we get them, we get those early tip-offs. So they ask us, hey, how many reservations do you got? And even if we only had like 8, we'll tell them like 15, just so we can get some extras. And now that the official game comes out tomorrow, they might even have in their warehouse more early tip-off editions. So if we get any of those, I'll sell them today still. Yeah, Alex, I do most of my, I stream me doing my glasswork on Twitch. And then I have an Etsy, but it's closed right now. So I can build up my inventory after I finish this commission piece. I don't know, the first thing that I'm probably going to build probably about maybe 10 sun catchers of the Overwatch symbol. I already know it's already over a year old, but it's still pretty popular. I'm going to build probably about 8 panels of the League of Legends, just the L with the blue background. Probably build about 8 of those. And then maybe a bunch of, probably about 5 Horde symbols from World of Warcraft. And then I'll just... No, I do stained glass. I don't do a torch work, Zach. I do traditional stained glass. I'll eventually get into torch work, but that's probably a couple years down the road. And then I'll just start thinking of stuff to make. Will the Xbox One X sell like the PS4? No. It's going to be, first off, it's a very limited run, Pro Painter. The market's already short on them. We personally think they're trying to copy Nintendo, where Nintendo shorts the market to make it look like there's a huge demand for it. You're going to see the X is going to be kind of hard to find because Nintendo is shorted the market. So outside of that, it will not sell as well as the PlayStation because the PlayStation will be available. Also, we predict, there's speculation, entirely speculation, we predict when the X comes out that Sony will price drop the Pro and their systems by $50. So if you want to pay $500 for the Xbox X, or $350, $150 cheaper for the Pro, which one is most people are going to go with? It's probably the Pro. It could be, David. Well, I'm just going off of just our orders. We're not getting very many right out of the gate. Maybe they will have a lot available. It's just as of right now, through our distributors, we don't have a whole lot available. I need to go on YouTube or PlayStation... Oh, I just spit on myself. YouTube or PlayStation 4? Yeah, I've thought about doing YouTube. I streamed once through my PlayStation account, but no one really came in. So I jumped... Oh, someone from the chat. They might not be here today or not. I'm not sure. I can't remember who it was. But they came in and they were chatting with me for a little bit. But... yeah, it'll be interesting. I said $500 is a pretty hefty price tag, though. Well, we'll see. I mean, I don't know. Okay, it was you, Alex? Alright. Okay, it was you. Alright. I remembered somebody was. I couldn't remember who it was, though. I don't know, I always have more people in my chat in Twitch, so I can... I'm not much of a talker. So unless people are there talking to me, I'll just sit there and work. And I'll get people in Twitch to watch me, so... and talk to me, so that's just why I tend to go to Twitch. Well, it all depends, David. First, you should have a 4K TV. If you don't have a 4K TV, there's no point, really, in getting a 4K system. And then 2, though, one thing you have to remember, David, is the games that come out still have to be able to work on the original Xbox. So, out of the gate, yeah, you got this uber powerful machine, but the games aren't going to utilize that power because they still have to work on the original. So, but then there's those huge-ass download texture packs to get the 4K capability. So, I mean, you're going to be eating up your hard drive left and right. So, but overall, yeah, I mean, hands down, it is a way more powerful machine. Pro Evolution, I don't play the soccer games gaming, so I'm not really sure how it is. Yeah, if you got it all set up, absolutely, David, hands down, yeah. Like, if you download the texture pack, you got the 4K TV, it will, yeah, absolutely. I'm not going to disagree with you. It is a more powerful machine. I mean, I think it's going to look amazing on either, but you do get that little extra out of the Xbox X for sure. It's got the faster processor, the bigger graphics card with more rendering. So basically what it'll be, wise guy, and you could notice this with like the PS4 to the original Xbox. Take games like Star Wars Battlefront. So we'll take that, because the PS4 out of the box was more powerful than the original Xbox, at least for gaming, because the original Xbox dedicated RAM to internet, dedicated RAM to cable, dedicated, you know, so they split up, whereas the Sony was just a thing. You take a game like Star Wars, the foreground graphics were pretty much all the same. So your character pretty much looked the same on the Xbox and the PS4. But it was all the little shit. Like on PS4, you could actually see, while you're running through, you'll have little critters and creatures like running around on the ground and stuff like that. Whereas the Xbox didn't have those little extra features because they didn't have the RAM capability to support all that extra processing. Or like a game like Metal Gear Solid, I remember you could sneak up to this base, and in the background you could see on PS4, you could see trucks driving in the background and like little guys walking around. But on the Xbox, you were just sneaking up to the base. You didn't have all that extra movement. It'll be little things like that the Xbox X will be able to do over the PS4 Pro. PS4 Pro is still going to be able to do a lot of things. But like I said, Xbox X will just have that little extra capability that they can throw in little features like that. Why is they going 4K? Can you explain 4K? It's just higher resolution, just more pixels per square inch than anything else. Yeah, Alex, that's what Kevin's saying. The Xbox, his prediction is the Xbox is actually trying to get out of the consoles and try to go head-to-head with Steam and become a PC gaming system versus an actual console. So Kevin's prediction is it sees Steam as its bigger competitor as opposed to Sony. He might be right. He usually is right on these things, so I don't doubt him. Like when they first announced the Switch, before they even knew anything, Kevin knew that they were going to go to cartridges before everybody else on YouTube and stuff was like, no, it's going to be digital only. They'll never go back to cartridges. And Kevin's like, they're going to cartridges. And how did he know? Because he... Yeah, but at the same time, David, part of the console is that you get those console exclusives, but Microsoft no longer has console exclusives because everything's now available on PC as well. Granted, even take the Xbox X, for example, $500, you know, every game that comes out for it will pop in there and play. You don't have to upgrade it. Versus a PC, you're looking, if you want at least a decent gaming computer, you're at least at $1,200. If not even over $2,000 if you really want a good one with, like, you know, the new 1080 cards and stuff like that. Well, yeah, well, Kevin, you can get, like, USBs that allow you to use controllers and stuff like that, but, so console is cheaper, though, too, and every game will work. You don't have to worry about upgrading. I'm pretty sure, isn't Halo available for PC on, through Microsoft Store? I might be wrong, David. I think it is, though. I know, like, Gears of War is, and stuff like that, so... Yeah, it's true, Kevin. Yeah, that can get annoying. Oh, Halo, the new Halo is just Halo 5 is just on Xbox. Okay. Oh. It's hot and muggy out there today. It's disgusting. I don't know what it's like where you guys are. I mean, I guess it's not hot. It's like 80 some degrees, but it's like 99% humidity. It's just disgusting out there. Sure. There's a lot of things. Like me personally, Wise Guy, I just like Sony's exclusives better than Microsoft's. I'd rather play Uncharted and God of War and Horizon Zero Dawn than Gears of War, State of Decay, Dead Rising, and Halo. You know, I just prefer Sony's exclusives. In UK it's raining? Wow, that's a big surprise. Except for I love that weather. I should either live in like London or I should live in Seattle or Seattle over here in Washington because it's 320 days of overcast and most of it's raining, which is my favorite weather. So I'm in the wrong place. Okay, then you're an Xbox person? Yeah. I do too. I have an Xbox One and a PS4, but like I said, I do like Sony's exclusives better. I've never been a big Halo or Gears of War fan, but I've loved Uncharted and I've loved... I like the action-adventure games like that more than shooters. So like I said, that's why. Plus RPGs. If you like RPGs, Sony is definitely the way to go just because of the Japan-based company. Your Xbox runs on gasoline. Yeah, and it's like I'm opposite, David. I still have my Xbox One for Xbox exclusives like State of Decay. So, I'm just opposite. Now, last I was the opposite. I played on my 360 more because all my friends had 360s, so when we played online, that's what I had to have. But the vast majority of my gaming was on 360, and I only played the exclusives on my PS3. Yeah, Twilight Vampire weather, yep. Yeah, we don't like to sparkle. I did not go exercise today. I was super lazy. I woke up in time. And I looked at my clock, I'm like, oh, I'll just lay here instead. Not a good way to start the week. As far as developing good practice habits. I didn't waste it, I practiced my guitar instead, but still. I have to make that commitment. Yes, David, I will absolutely get Cuphead. I've been excited for that game ever since I first saw the trailer for it. If I was ever... Actually, I was even thinking of getting rid of my Xbox, David, until I found out that was a Microsoft exclusive. I wasn't really going to get rid of it, but the thought was there. But once I found out Cuphead was an exclusive to Microsoft, I'm like, nope, I got to keep it now. Oh, the Dot Hack games? That would be awesome. I haven't heard that, Kevin, but that would be awesome if they did. Like I said, I haven't even heard of it. I'll check. I don't think... We'll see. Okay. Oh, yep, it is official. It's not a rumor. It is official. I see that. Release date to be announced. So nothing, we have no idea. Oh, See, I hate timed exclusives. That's like the dumbest thing in the world. Either making it exclusive or just release it. The whole, like, with Tomb Raider, had it for, Xbox One, or especially like the 3-month stuff, like, oh, you can get your Call of Duty maps 3 months earlier if you get it on Sony. It's just, either making it exclusive or don't. I, personally, that's just me. If the other system's gonna get it, don't make them wait a year, that's just dumb. Buy outright exclusivity or just allow everybody to play it. Timed exclusives are just dumb to me. South Park, yep. I probably will end up buying South Park. Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, how much is a 1 terabyte hard drive for the PS4? You can get like a Seagate for, you can probably get a 1 terabyte for probably $40, I guarantee, on Amazon. We don't really sell external. We do have one. We have a Western Digital 2 terabyte for $100. Personally, I think that's a little overpriced, but our cost reflects that that's what it should be. It's not like we're trying to rip people off. We have to pay a lot for that. But when you can get like Seagates, which work right out of the box for these systems, you can get a 2 terabyte for probably like around $70 as opposed to $100 for Western Digital. Or you can get like a 1 terabyte, like solid, like the hybrid drive, the half solid state, half hard drive. You can get like a terabyte for probably around that price, and then you get the faster processing speed of a solid state drive. Yeah, David, and like I hate that too, but we've given them permission because we kept buying it. That is probably the biggest problem with online gaming. Not so much online gaming, the community. Black Friday, yeah, if you can get stuff on Black Friday, that's your best bet, hands down. Yeah, you can get stupid, ridiculous deals like that. But yeah, before, when games like Call of Duty came out, you used to get 12 maps, usually, right, as you bought it. Now you only get 4 because they can get you to pay $50 for that season pass to get those other maps later, the 12 total maps. Games like, Bethesda's awful, and I'm a Bethesda fanboy, but they release games way before they're completed, and because we're like, oh, they'll patch it, and then we keep buying it, but if we didn't buy their product, they'd be like, okay, obviously we need to make sure, we need to listen to the consumer, because that's how you talk to them, is with money, but when we keep giving them our money, they're like, okay, we can get away with it. I'm the same way, David. I've never bought a season pass because of that exact reason. By the time they start releasing the DLC, I'm already done playing it. I thought about it for Battlefront, because I was really enjoying that, but it took them so long. It was probably like 6 months, practically, before they released the first DLC that I was tired of it, and I gave it up. So if I would have spent the $50 for that DLC, that was a waste of money. ccgames. He works at the Fremont store. There's the Portland store. It is 419-355-0989. Yep. Yep, bye. Oh, God, my allergies are awful too because of this weather. It just needs to change already. Oh, you can get, okay, the DLC is all free now at this point. And see, then that's the next thing, too. Half the time when you buy DLC, you can eventually get it for free, or they come out with the Game of the Year edition, the whole game with all the DLC for $40. Now, granted, you usually have to wait. You're a year and a half behind everybody else that's been playing it, but still. I remember a lot of Destiny people were pretty pissed off that they bought the Season Pass, and then eventually they just released stuff for just the standard player, and they're like, we paid for that. Which rightfully so, but at the same time you paid for a year early, getting it a year early, so, I mean, weigh it, I guess, for yourself. But no, like I said, yeah, usually, what's going on, Daniel? Yeah, but I've usually moved on from a game by the time DLC comes on. I'm not anti-DLC, like Horizon Zero Dawn, its DLC comes out here in a second. Well, I guess for, like, shooters. I'm moved on from a shooter by the time DLC comes out. For action-adventure games, where they add more to the campaign, I'll go back and I'll get those. What are my thoughts on paid early access? Do you mean like the EA membership where you pay for the membership and you can start playing the game on Friday versus Tuesday? Is that what you're talking about, David? Yeah, exactly, Matt. Yeah. Like how Forza Ultimate Edition gets you four. Okay, right, exactly. Yeah, David, like that. Yeah, that's stupid. Again, if people do it, they're going to keep doing it. But I think that's stupid. I think stuff like that's stupid. Anyways, I personally believe like once a game comes in, we should get to sell it. The only reason, and I don't quote me on this because it's been a while, but like when I first started working, like for GameStop way back in the day, I think the first game that ever actually had Tuesday releases. Before that, nothing was street dated. Once the game came out, we sold it. But as far as like you can't sell it until Tuesday, I think it was Call of Duty 4, the first Modern Warfare. As far as I can remember, that's the first game that really had a street date. Just so they could have pissing rights to say, look how much we sold our opening week. And then everybody started doing it. I think you should just, when a game comes out, the early access stuff, if it's available, just sell it. But like I said, if people pay the extra $100, and they get enough people to do it, why wouldn't they? That's more money in their pocket for zero reason. Once again, that's the consumer. It's we as the consumer are giving those businesses permission to screw us over, is all that is. Alex, I will be shortly. I only grabbed this. I went to go get my lemonade, but the line was like ridiculously long, and I'm thirsty, so I always have water as a backup. So I will have it soon, Alex, once Kevin gets back. Okay, like I said, I couldn't remember what game it was. It might have been an original Xbox. I kind of remember it was a Call of Duty is all I remember. It's just any other game, or maybe it was rare to have release dates. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe it wasn't all games. Maybe it was just rare. But ever since like that initial one, like I said, it's been a while. It might even have been a Halo game. Well, you do have a big-ass nose, so... Yeah, it's just stupid. Like I said, if a game's available, sell it. But again, if they can get more money out of us, the consumers, and we fall for it, then it's our fault. Can't blame them for doing it. I would try to make more money if I could, just like they should. Awesome. Thanks, Christopher. This is technically, I'm just the employee here. Kevin, the owner, this is technically his stream. It's his channel. It's his store. He'll be back shortly. He just had to go pick up more inventory for us, like our NBA 2K18s for tomorrow. And if we get early tip-off editions still, we can sell them today. Like something like that. That's, again, going back to what we were just talking a second ago, David, is if I could sell an early tip-off edition, if I got both of them here, why can I sell this $60 copy, but I can't sell this $60 copy? Just because someone reserved it? You know, that's dumb. Just let me sell the game. WWE 2K18 that comes out here shortly. A couple weeks, I think. Isn't it? See, Marvel comes out tomorrow with the rest of the October 13th, 2K13. So, yep, just a few weeks. Oh. What else? What's going on? How was your guys' weekends? Anybody do anything exciting? That hat back will be awesome to be remade. I can't wait for that. Do I like steelbook cases? Yes, I do actually. I don't like go out of my way, but like when they're only $10 more for $70, I will buy those. I'm a sucker for it. I agree. It's stupid, but I like them. How's it going, gamer? Like my friend Trevor, however, even if he hates the game, he will buy the steelbook version just because he likes having all those steelbooks on his like game collection thing. So I mean, granted, I'm not saying he buys them brand new, but like if he sees one like Perfect Dark for 360, that wasn't a great remake, a great port, but he bought it, but it was only like $5. Yeah, pretty much, Matt. Exactly. Well, I said, like today, I could very literally, from our distributors, you hate having the two. Do you segregate them? Like all your steelbooks are here, and then the rest of your games are over here? Steven? All right, cool. If you have too many, it looks ugly. I was going to say something a second ago. What did somebody say? Oh, no. Going back to the reservation thing that... I literally, because our distributors might have still had early tip-off editions available that didn't get sold through reservations, we might have some of those. So I'm going to have a stack of... NBA 2K18s early tip-off editions that I will be able to sell today, and I'll have a stack, even though it's the exact same game, I would get in trouble for selling the regular edition, but I could sell these okay. Hey, what's up, Eric? What's going on? Gamer, I keep missing a lot of what you're saying. What... Steven, yeah, I'm not really sure what you're talking about, but... Yeah, but like my buddy, he loves steelbooks. Is the PS3 version of the PSN store still up? PS3 store still up, if that's what you're asking. Their PSN network's still going. This use of a WWE 2K18, but uppermost book. It'll probably still be a good 5+ years before PS3 starts shutting down servers, I'm assuming. I mean, certain games will shut down just because of inactivity, but overall, the PS3 network is still going to probably go for, I'd say, a minimum of 5 years, but that's speculation. But I can't see them shutting down anything sooner than that. I mean, shit, it was only like, what, 3 years ago? Or 4 years? Maybe longer. 4 years ago that they finally shut down, like, the Halo servers from the original Xbox. The store, yeah, probably. The store will stay up open for a while. Yeah, that should all just be, Kevin, that should all just be through the PlayStation Network. So... Yep, crashes in the background. Technically, I should have that. You guys shouldn't be able to hear that. I only did the Crash 3 of that. I never even went back and did the Crash 1 or 2. I should actually have that volume down. Only because... some YouTube hero, or whatever they're called, will report it for copyright infringements. Gold PS3. Yeah, I just went straight to 3, because that was my favorite one. I'll go back and I'll play the first 2 eventually. But I've been playing a lot of Far Cry Primal. I never beat it when I first started. I liked it when I started, but then I got to playing something else. So I'm like 85% done with it. I got just the last little bit of the story to do. And then I'm replaying through Horizon for when the DLC comes out here in another month and a half. David, I have not. Do we have a Sega CD? Yeah, we have a Sega CD. Somewhere. There's a complete unit with the Genesis. And then we have... just the Sega CD right there. Yeah, everybody's golf, it's kind of, I mean, it seems like it's just going to be like the old Hot Shots, which I loved. So, just fell out of it. I know I would get addicted to it, because I like golf games. But I have not tried it yet. That will use of the gold his mom's girlfriend the best way for using on the PS3. Awesome. That's awesome. Good for you. Yeah, that's what it looked like it when I flipped it over. I'm like, this looks just like Hot Shots. I was like, it probably is Hot Shots, just renamed. You got a Sega Game Gear with the TV? I don't think we really have too many Sega CD games, though. We got let's see, we got Night Trap, Sewer Shark. Well, we got this one, I guess. This one's like a $350 game, possibly up to $400. So oh, that's Saturn. Never mind, not CD. My bad. Forgot what we were talking about for a second. Yeah, we do have Night Trap. It is, $25. Oh. Oh, the Sega CD. I'll have to look it up, because apparently we didn't price it. Sega CDs are $70, $69.99 plus tax. Siri uses for YouTube delete? Like delete YouTube or delete the Siri part of your iOS? I don't use iOS's. I use Android. What's wrong if you have Siri and YouTube? Why do you have to delete one or the other? How about with the Genesis, like the combo unit? I think that would be $100 because I think we only sell Genesis for 30, so bundle them together for $100. if that's what you're asking about. Yeah, like I said, we don't really, we just sell them together for the same price as if you bought them individually. So, I think Genesis are $30 right now. SNESs, I believe, are $70. I think the regular Nintendo is also $70. Yep. Correct. The systems, I mean, everything's in a wave right now with retro. Right now we're kind of going back up. There for a while, things were coming down. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying, Gamer. I'm sorry. I apologize. Yeah, so, I mean, 70, like I said, it's kind of on the upswing. That's probably about the most expensive it'll ever be. I can't see it going higher than that. They're not that uber rare. We got a crap ton of them back there that aren't working that we need to fix. And Saturn, we don't have any Saturns in right now. Oh, we did, but a kid bought it on, when did he buy it? Saturday. We sold our last Saturn on Saturday. We don't really repair consoles. Kevin will repair like the old. He'll replace like the 72 pins on Nintendos and like Super Nintendos, but we don't do like console repairs. It's just if we get one that's not working properly, we'll still, because we don't know if we can get it fixed, we'll just buy it off them for a super cheap amount, like $5, and they're like, oh, okay, it's broke anyways. And then if Kevin can repair it by replacing the pins, that's the only kind of console repair that we do, and Kevin does it, I don't do it. But like, we wouldn't touch a PS3 or like an original Xbox if the disc tray wasn't working. We don't do stuff like that. Pretty much Kevin will try to take certain systems and try to get them working. Kevin needs to get back, because I do want a lemonade. I said McDonald's, the line was so ridiculously long. I showed up super early, but I could have waited. But I mean, it was right during lunch rush, though. It was like 12:30, so I don't know what I was expecting. Do I have a PS4 ID? Yeah. I can't remember which version we had, Ryu. I just remember I had Saturn on it, and we sold it. It was sitting back there forever, so I never really paid much attention to it. It sounds like your disk drive is actually starting to fail. Hairline, it's that hair. So that's definitely an electronics issue. Put your PS4 underwater for 5 minutes. Yeah, that sounds like the kind of advice they would give you. Unplug it, and then plug it back in, and see if it'll work then. Yeah, you can. It does have the manual disc release, like Kevin just said there. You could probably get your, you could probably see it on YouTube to know exactly where it is, but it does have a manual eject on it. But and it is a screw that you have to kind of twist to do it. But yeah, why it's doing that, like I said, it sounds like your disk drive is actually starting to fail. You had an operation, so what, are you still on anesthetics or something, Soul? Yeah, CD won't come out, Ryu. Like I said, the PS4 does have a manual eject. Yeah, anesthetics can definitely F up your world for a while. Use the Fire ID. Yeah, once the drive starts to not eject discs, it's on the way out. Yeah, exactly. There's definitely a mechanical failure that's happening. Oh, God, I'm all hunched over. Get that dowager hump thing going. Gotta stand more upright. Oh, it's awful. I see people like that all the time that come in here, and I feel so bad. It makes me stand up straight right away, but just, kids in a relaxed form have this going on because, you're like this all day. They got huge. The neck muscle right there is just overdeveloped. It's so huge just from keeping that neck forward. Ugh. Oh, yeah, like I'm sure it's on there, Soul. You're right. Yeah, Dahir, you got a lot of things going on. Oh, thanks, Ryu. Or just buy an Xbox One. Are you sure, like, someone didn't put pennies in there instead of a disc or something? Oh. Nope. CNC Games Port Clinton. Let's see. We have the little 12 gig for $80. We have a 160 gig for $100 and a 500 gig for $130. Yeah, not a problem. Bye. Well, I don't watch a lot of YouTube gamers, though. Like, even if you want to exchange, like, gamer tags for, or YouTube tags. Does it even run like that when you're playing a disc? Is it still constantly making those kind of noise when you're playing a game? Well, you even said it was doing it when you were downloading stuff. Well, I mean, if it's downloading off the disc, I was assuming digitally. I'm sorry. CNC Games? What's that? I have no idea what that game is. I will have to look it up. Which version Xbox is that for, do you know? What version Xbox would that have been, like an original game or a 360 or an Xbox One? Okay. Let's see. Okay, there. Let's see. It's in our system. Do we have it? Okay, it says we should. Let me go double check though, because it says we only should have one, and whenever it says one, it could be hit and miss. So it would be $5 if I can find it. But I just want to make sure, like I said before, I tell you that we definitely have it. Don't see it out here. There's one other place I can check. Hold on. We have it. We don't have it. It doesn't have a case. With the case, it's normally $8, but since we don't have a case, it's only $4.99. But we do have it here. This is the Port Clinton store. Yeah, not a problem. Yep, bye. Not gonna lie, at first I thought that was just like a prank call, but because he had a thick accent, so I couldn't hear. But he was asking grab by the ghoulies, but I thought he was saying something else entirely. How's it going?
It's going. I'm sorry.
You're fine. If you hear me talking to myself, I'm just answering questions online to people.
That's fine.
Do we have a Daryl or Rick? I don't think so right now. Nope, we are completely out of our Walking Dead figurines. From Atlanta, what's going on, Bloodfest? Oh, let's see, what have I missed? Da, 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 da. Oh, I mean, Bloodfest, we used to work. I mean, all of us used to work for GameStop at one point in time, but yeah, we're just a small little... Well, not GameStops now. If you went into a GameStop now, it's 60% Think Geek paraphernalia, 30% games, and 20% cell phones and iPads. But... yeah, we have Funkos. We don't have very many, Matt. Our Fremont store, because they're like 3 times the size of us, they have the vast majority of our Funkos. We just have we have a small selection, and it's usually we just get the ones that are game themed, like Gears of War. We do have a couple pop things, like we have all the Ash versus the Evil Dead characters, things like that. $50. I'm not sure what's supposed to be $50,000, but that's a lot of money. Yeah, we have Funkos, we have Dorbs, which are, I think it's even made by the same company, just smaller versions. Okay, sure, perfect.
My car doesn't have air conditioning, and I just came from Willard, so
All right.
I would be here a little while.
Oh, no, we just have a bunch. We have our PS3 going with a bunch of trailers. Like right now, Kingdom Hearts 3 is on. But we just have all that playing through our PS3 right there. Your name is stupid? Your name's fine. You said it earlier. I'll be honest, I can't remember. I'd have to go back and look, but it was like Steven or something like that. Like a normal name. I don't think that's stupid. Still sealed. Oh, the drive, like you can hear a machine running, that's actually our... What do we got running? I mean, our PS4 is running a little loud right now just with the fan going since we're streaming through it, but that's it. Alex, No, we're just streaming. We don't have a game. Well, I don't know. There might be a game in there, honestly, but as far as I know, we're just using it to stream the Playroom. Well, that's an awesome name, then, Gamer. I don't know what you're talking about. Broken Sword. I don't think we do, Alex. I think someone asked about that before, and we didn't. Nope, we do not. Yeah, but if you're hearing a machine, it's definitely the PS4. So we have our TV on top of it, so that's not necessarily helping with the cooling down there. There you guys are. I mean, it's not running too loud, honestly. I mean, if the fact it's just the camera is like right next to the vents. I mean, you're looking at maybe about 7 inches away, so that's probably why you're hearing it. Yeah, pretty much the microphone is right next to the PS4. Well, I said, normally I would have the TV up so you could hear a little bit of the game thing, but so that's all we need is for somebody to report us for copyright infringements because of music that might be on in the background or something like that. What's up, Smyrna? Smyrna? Smyrnaville? ESG. Yeah, we got that in that little retro HD Nintendo system with an HDMI port. Yeah, it's one of the most popular, for sure. How's it going? Oh, that's way too much of Magikarp. You don't need to see all that. What are we selling it for, Ryu? I think we only sell it for $22, if that's what you're asking. Nothing, just dancing. Watching our stream dancing. Sounds legit. Oh, I mean, that's a good thing, though. Happy people dance, not sad people, usually. Why are we selling it for that much? That's just the going rate right now. What's up, Hard Rooney? That Raspberry Pi Kevin was talking about? Well, the casing itself is like $20-some. That's what he bought. Then the Raspberry Pi would be extra. I can't remember what Raspberry Pis are going for. About $60, I think. Then you just pop it in. And then you have to download the ROMs. Yeah, that's usually what I end up doing too, David, is like, I just have streams going on in the background. Like I said, I tend to watch Twitch more than I watch YouTube, but I just always have stuff on in the background. Yeah, I know. Oh, you're playing DDR. Okay, then that makes sense, if that's what it was. I'm doing good. Yeah, he said it's addictive, so... I used to love Hot Shots Golf, so I imagine it is. Here, I'll try to move the camera a little bit so it's not so close to the PS4 if it's that loud. What's the I only watch Twitch Creative, so I just watch people make stuff. I don't watch it for like the gaming or anything like that. I mean, I saw a person fall off their chair once because they were leaning back too far, but I've never seen anything crazy. I said I just watch Twitch Creative to watch other artists. Lots of leveling up and customization, that's awesome. I'll probably end up getting it, honestly, David, because now, like, you talking about it is making me remember how much fun I used to have playing Hot Shots, so now I'll probably end up getting it. I think it's only like a $40 game to begin with, Matt, but unless you're like looking more around for like the $19.99 price range, that's fine. And I've done that before too. Turn on the AC. It's muggy as hell out there. So, can't really think of anything. Like I said, I usually respond to what's going on, Major Pain. Major Pain Wayne. That's awesome. Oh, just hanging out at work. I just got here a little bit ago. So, no, Ryu, I never have. What's going on with you, Major? Actually, my flared out. It needs to come straight down. Oh. That's cool. Yep. Yeah, it's either people either say something about the hat, or they say that I look like Dana White. One of the two. That's usually what I get. Yep, I am closing today, Matt. Kevin just had to go to Fremont. Once he gets back, we'll start putting away stuff. I'll go get my normal lemonade for the day. Kevin is picking up stuff at Fremont. He'll be back. Actually, should be back any minute now. Or at least within the next 20 minutes. But he'll probably only stay till 3, and then he'll leave. Then he is off tomorrow, so I'll be here all day tomorrow. So, like when I work my double, it's hit and miss whether or not I'll stream. I'll be honest, I'm probably not going to. I'll probably bring stuff to do, like things to work on. Are you stupid? I wouldn't say you're stupid, because you still will notice slight differences, but overall the vast majority of things will still look the same. But now that you've got it, if you ever upgrade to a 4K TV, like on Black Friday or something, you say you find a good deal, then you're golden. You're already set. But you will notice certain differences on certain games, like what was one that we noticed? The Ratchet and Clank remake looked. You could tell it did physically, or like visually, it did look better on the Pro, but then with 4K, it looked even better on top of that. So it's not that you're stupid, you're just not going to utilize it to its full potential. Well, I said now you got it. Oh, alright, well there you go. That works too, Major. Yeah, Matt, they're going to start coming. Faux show. Is that all PS4 will allow you to upload, the base one? Or is that a YouTube restriction? Is that a Sony restriction or a YouTube restriction? Sorry guys. I don't know why I'm yawning. It's not like I did anything. Oh, okay. Huh, I didn't realize that. I don't really upload anything from my PS4. Well, then it was worth it, Major. Absolutely. If that's what you wanted to do, then. Well, if it allows you to do that all in 1080, then it was definitely worth it. Oh, Silent Hill's awesome, right? That was one of the games we were talking a little bit ago, like how they're just remaking a bunch of stupid games, but we were talking about ones we would love to see. Silent Hill would be one of the ones. Your tears are dried up now. No problem. Silent Hill would be a great one to remake at this point with modern day graphics. But no, instead they're going to remake LA Noire instead of just making a new one. You like 1 and 3? First one was awesome. Which one was The Room? That was number 4, right? I think Silent Hill 4 was The Room for PS. What was that? That was PS2. I remember playing it on. That one was alright, I thought. I can't remember. I think I remember liking that. It's been a while. Right, and then, like, Kevin, then if he ever upgrades to the 4K, he's already set. Yeah, Homecoming, I didn't really care. I didn't hate it, but I definitely wasn't a fan of it. Homecoming was just alright. Matt, they were, but that was when Kojima split from Konami, and that was like a joint venture between them, so that it got scrapped. What PS4 game is the best seller? Probably NBA 2K18 that just kind of came out on Friday. You're playing Hitman and it's annoying. Are you trying to go through the mission and do all the different ways to kill a person? I only ever played the first mission, but I did like the 4 different ways to kill the guy, and that's all I ever did. Like where you're on that boat, the training mission. Hey Ricky, what's going on? Yeah, that was just a weird situation, the whole thing. I don't know all the facts of it, Kevin, but it just seemed awkward. But Kojima's doing his own thing now. He's making his own games. He's got that one with Norman Reedus coming out here soon for the PS4. Soon probably being like 2 years from now.
Yeah, but they canceled that.
Oh, did they already cancel that one?
I think so. I was excited.
Alright. Oblivion.
Still got this Pikachu there, huh?
Yep.
Can't sell it, it's too small.
Oh, there's Game of the Year. Colonies. And then Last Guardian. Would you like a bag?
Yeah.
Was that a now or yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Got the original PlayStation up there.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, we got a lot of retro stuff. We go all the way back to Atari.
Before my time. Is that just like 1 and 2, or is that an additional thing?
It's not the second one. It's just the first one with DLC content on it as well. So.
That's crap by the Hulu's thing.
A person called a little bit ago, and it sounded like he was going to be coming in to grab. I totally forgot about that game. So when they called and asked for it, I thought he was just like he was asking for a different kind of game. I was just because he had a thick accent, so I couldn't actually place what he was saying.
I can beat you. I called somebody on the phone because their cake order was messed up, and when they answered hello, I said, "Hi, this is the bakery. How can I help you?" I called them.
Nice.
I've answered my home phone.
That's awesome.
Be in the habit of.
Yep. There it is. Okay. Rung it up on the wrong thing. All together, then you. Oh, let me get this little guy. Totally forgot about him.
Darn.
Hey, what's up? Trippy. If you have a Switch, get these.
These
It's not even going to be played. It's just because it's
yeah. Well, at least they're half off though. So.
Sweet. It's just a Christmas present.
Sure. Yeah. Well, I mean, these are cool just as little collectibles, anyways. Even if you don't use them for the game. $90.37 altogether. Yep. Go ahead and insert it. Can you grab me a bag, Kevin?
Wish you hadn't told me. Just let me keep it.
This is truly like the YouTube generation of video games right here.
Minecraft story mode.
Yeah. The games you actually don't play, you
we're
just
waiting
watch.
on me.
I own it.
Dude,
I like all the Telltale games.
they're cool. Just,
Oh.
I'm just saying, like,
They're interactive stories.
They're interactive stories. They're cool.
I only ever did the Telltale,
See
The
games?
Walking Dead, the first 2 seasons that came out. I never did any of the other ones, like Game of Thrones or something, Wolf Among Us.
Wolf Among Us.
I like the Batman
Yeah.
one.
Borderlands is cool too.
Yeah, I never did any of the other ones other than Walking Dead when they first came out.
But my daughter is my daughter would rather play this than the actual Minecraft.
Or she would rather watch somebody play it.
Yeah, or she'll watch somebody play Minecraft, but we play together. These are kind of cool controllers. Those are
Have
pretty
you
cool.
ever seen the bag?
They're-
awesome.
Thank you.
They're
Thank you.
70, Kevin, not 80. They're $69.99. And actually, they're expensive, but they're worth it. Especially compared to playing on those on the Joy-Cons.
Sorry.
No.
I didn't find anything
You're
like
fine.
hard in there.
You're fine. What's up, Jigglypuff? Call of Duty Infinite? Yeah, that was on,
Thank you.
Yep, thanks for stopping by. That was on PS3. No, it wasn't. Infinite was not. I'm thinking of AEW. No, Infinite was not. Infinite was only on the newer systems.
What's better? What I miss? He said it's better.
I'm gonna go get Bang stuff right
Alright.
Yeah.
Anybody interested in that?
I heard that they were. Originally, I thought State of Decay 2 was coming out for both, but apparently I was wrong.
Marvel Capcom is not on the PS3. Only PS4 and Xbox One. State of Decay, though, Microsoft, I'm pretty sure, paid for the exclusive console rights. I won't say exclusive because it's also on PC. They paid for it not to be made for PS4. Dude, there's no way to like Marvel. Like I was talking about. What I was talking about earlier about game companies not compressing anything. There's no way Marvel versus Capcom Infinite should take up 46 gigabytes. This game takes 46 gigabytes. It's a freaking fighting game. No way it should take 46 gigabytes. They just don't even try to compress a damn thing anymore. Yeah, we do have 2K on 360 and PS3, David. And actually, I've sold a couple. It's actually sold a few. Will I carry Beach Splash? What's Beach Splash? I'm not sure what Beach Splash is, but probably. Unless it's some porn game. If I played Marvel vs. nothing would happen. If I sold it, though, I'd get in trouble. But if I play it, I'll be honest, I take home games early all the time. I just can't sell them. But I own them, so I can do what I want with them. If I stream it, though, I'd probably get into a little bit of trouble, too. A horny game? Yeah, then. Well, so is Dead or Alive beach volleyball. Let's see. What's the fine? It's not worth it. It's not even a fine. I don't. Well, some games do have fines, but what I'm really worried about is never getting anything early again, and my distributor just basically dropping me. It just wouldn't be worth it. Plus, I would lose my price protection on games, which that would be just thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. I mean, it's really not a fine. You would just lose all kinds of perks. It's just not worth it. Dead or Alive Beach Volleyball, it's because it's only available on import. It didn't come out here in the States. And my cousin really wants this Marvel vs. Capcom. I gotta take a picture. Just to rub it in a little bit that I have it. Price product. What do you mean, Ryu? What is what?
Price protection.
Oh, price protection? Price protection, price protection basically if a company, say, I've explained this before, but if say a game comes out at $60, all right? Most likely I paid $50 for it, okay? So I make about $10 on a new game. If the game's not selling well and they drop the price to $40, and it drops, everywhere, like it's $40 everywhere. Without price protection, I would almost have to drop it to $40 and take a $10 loss on every copy that I have, because otherwise I'm not going to sell them because everywhere else has it at $39.99. With price protection, whenever they decide to drop a price on a game, they reimburse me what I'd be losing. So if they drop the price, to $39.99, I will get it at what the current price is, so I'll get reimbursed the difference on what I paid. Say I paid $50 and they drop it to $39. Most likely, the game probably then would cost me like $32. So they're going to reimburse me. What would that be? So they reimburse me about $18 on that. So they would give me $18 back, and then I'm still making a profit. So when companies drop prices like that, they actually they usually have to pay a lot of retailers the difference back. So it's I'm not explaining it real well, but yeah, you get thousands of dollars whenever there's a price drop. I make money on. I don't make money on price drops. I'm just not losing money. Derek wants.
My normal. They saw me drinking water instead of my cup of lemonade that I have every single time that I'm here.
No, Black Friday deals. A lot of people don't realize this. I already know a lot of the Black Friday deals. Like for example, Madden is going down to $40 on Black Friday. But the way it works is stores just don't give you those deals out of the kindness of their hearts. Those are deals from like Microsoft and Sony and EA and all that, and we have to put in, like I've already put in a bunch of like what I think I'll sell on Black Friday. They tell me what the deal is and how many I think I sell, and then I get the product. For those, I get reimbursed for selling that many. Like it's kind of the same as price protection. So they'll reimburse me that much money.
The money that we would have lost.
Yeah, the money that we would have lost by dropping the price. So we get the same Black Friday deals that Walmart and Best Buy and GameStop have. But those are all done.
With the stupid customers because no one thinks we have them.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, we have the same deals. But I'll be honest, like Black Friday as an independent, it's not as big. Everybody goes to, I can't compete with how much advertising the other, the big places do. So that like people line up there. We generally tend to just open normal hours on Black Friday. And Black Friday is a really busy day for us. But we have the same deals and everything, but just on a smaller scale. But yeah, I already know most of the Black Friday deals. No, I don't have any development kits. We don't make games, we just sell them. I'm just going to put the games that come up tomorrow over here.
Okay.
Just got them tonight.
Yep.
Well, see, now, like, here's the thing, though. There might be some companies that are willing to sell them for no cost. So, like, Best Buy probably sold those games for $29.99. They probably paid $30 for them. So they might have sold them at cost.
Just to get people in the door.
Just to get people in the door. And they usually, in some places, do that. They'll sell them at cost, but they'll have, you'll notice they'll say while supplies last, and they'll have like 10 of them at that price, and those 10 probably are gone in the first like 5 minutes. So they limit how many they sell at that price. Yeah, you know what, and the other thing too is I don't want to be here on like Thanksgiving. I'm not going to make my employees be here on Thanksgiving.
I also don't want to be here at 3 in the morning.
Yeah, I'm not gonna open it like 3 in the morning or even like 6 in the morning. Screw that. I mean, I'll sell the stuff regardless, and most of it's gonna run out anyway. So there's no point to let all the crazy people go out early. It's stupid. I actually not a big fan of Black Friday. FIFA, not really, Shadow. I know you're over in the UK. FIFA is just not as big of a seller here. It does, we do have some, but FIFA is like the biggest sports game in the world, but not in America. Thanks, Ryu. Yeah, see, and Matt, that's what they're hoping. They're hoping you come in there and buy a bigger ticket item. That's why, like, places like Best Buy do that to get people into the store. Those are called loss leaders. They're basically they're selling them at cost or a slight loss just to get you in the door, and they hope you buy a bigger ticket item. Places like Walmart do that all the time. Toys R Us is probably going to go bankrupt. There's never anybody in the Toys R Us by me anymore. Toys R Us is they're Toys R Us. They're cool, but I mean, like everywhere else sells toys too. Walmart and all the other major, and they're usually cheaper at Walmart. It's hard to compete on toys. Walmart just sells everything so damn cheap. It's hard to compete with Walmart on a lot of things. Games is one area we can compete with. Our prices are pretty much the same as Walmart, and we have used. We have a much bigger selection. When you go into Walmart too, if you come into our store compared to Walmart, you come in here, you ask for a game, you get it, you're out. If you go to Walmart, you got to look in the glass cabinet, find your game maybe, then find somebody that's willing to come over and open up the cabinet. It's usually the old lady that has no idea what she's doing. And then she can't find the key, and then she finds the key, she opens it up. Then you got to go to another counter, and they got to ring you up, and then they got to ask you, are you done shopping or not? And then they'll like walk you to the front of the store sometimes and make you buy it up there. It's a pain in the ass process at Walmart. And the person that said Toys R Us, yeah, screw loose. I don't think GameStop will be far behind. I think GameStop's got about 3 or 4 years before they'll be filing bankruptcy. I can't wait for that day, by the way. Not only that, like Walmart, and they don't carry everything anymore, too. You can't get some of the oddball titles. Like, good luck finding something like this at Walmart. Some Japanese RPG or something. They'll carry the big games, but not the smaller, bizarre titles. What? Everybody loves this fish. It's looking at you. Amazon's not going to take all business over. There's still a lot of people that would. I mean, it's convenient, but a lot of people don't know this. But Amazon actually violates a lot of antitrust laws. Nobody's doing anything about it right now. I don't want to get into a political debate, but I can tell you Trump actually absolutely hates the owner of Amazon. And it wouldn't surprise me if he went after them for the antitrust violations that they do. And not that Amazon's going to go away, but I think some of their business practices will change. That's about as far as I want to get into politics, so. They actually, in video games in general, they violate all kinds of antitrust laws. Amazon owns all kinds of stuff, screw loose. And actually, Amazon's been getting worse. A lot of people have been getting their games late. They haven't been even, they've been getting them like a day late. They haven't been getting them on release date. Yeah, I own the store. We actually have 2 stores, Tila. A lot of people don't realize this, but I'll give you an example of an antitrust violation. It's actually the Robinson-Patman Act. But there's a lot of laws set up to protect small businesses like this from big businesses like undercutting them. Yeah, you know, David, they've been changing their pre-order stuff a lot lately. But all right, so what they violate, like a lot of pre-order bonuses, those actually violate antitrust laws. Like most recently, for example, Amazon, if you reserved Crash Insane Trilogy from them, no, it wasn't Crash, it was the Uncharted game, the newest Uncharted game. You actually got Ratchet and Clank, a digital code, which is a $15 value. That's actually a violation. If you don't offer that to all the retailers, you're violating antitrust laws because you're giving Amazon a discount that you're not giving other companies, and that's just basically an unfair business practice. But stuff like that, nobody ever does anything about, and I think eventually people will. Pre-order bonuses in general, if you don't offer them to everybody, or something similar. You have to offer something of similar value. It doesn't have to be the same at every store. GameStop gave Jack. Yeah, well, see, GameStop got Jack. Amazon got that Jack and Daxter too, or whatever. Jack and Daxter as well. But nobody else did. That's illegal, actually. I've done a lot of research on this. Trust me, if I could find a good lawyer that would sue the game industry, oh my God, they would make millions and millions of dollars. What's funny is the guy that owns GameStop, the major shareholder is called his name's Len Riggio, and he owns Barnes and Nobles as well, and he did the same thing with Barnes and Nobles. They used to get hardcover books, and everybody else would get like paperback. So like if you reserved your book there, you'd get the better version for the same price. They were sued, and a bunch of independent bookstores. Not that there's any left, but they got together and sued them, and they got $25 million. And they're doing the exact same thing with video games. See, yeah, well, that's the thing. Blu-ray, they have unique exclusives at each store. See, that's legal as long as it's like something comparable. If you offer something here to one store, you got to offer something comparable to the other store. It doesn't have to be the same thing. It could be, like that's why the pre-order bonuses where you have like different things at different stores, that's legal as long as it's like similar values. But if you only offer it to one place and not another, that's where it gets illegal. Yeah, if GameStop goes under, heck yeah. There's one thing that could save GameStop though, and I hope it happens after they go out of business. But if the laws ever change where you can buy and sell digital games, that could save GameStop. Have you ever sworn at a customer? Only if they swore at me first, and only if there was nobody else in the store. And yeah, it's happened where there's just like one jerk in the store, and he's totally in the wrong. I think I told him to get the F out, so I kicked him out. Yeah. Heck yeah, if GameStop goes, yeah, we'd probably expand quite a bit. Just like around here in this area, like when Blockbuster went under, there's like a kind of a local place called Family Video. You saw a lot more of them spring up everywhere. Hey David, if you're interested in that stuff though, look up the Robinson-Patman Act. It's Robinson and then Patman Act. They already are shifting from games. Have you been in a GameStop lately? It's like half Think Geek stuff. They really don't have a good selection of video games anymore. All their games are like spined and people come in here after being in a GameStop. They're like, wow, look at all the games. Do I get their what? HRS? What does that mean? I don't know what you mean, Ryan. Do I get their what?
Hours. I'm guessing.
Hours? I don't know.
I mean, we're only open 8 hours a day, if that's what you're talking about.
Yeah,
We have normal people.
there's a couple of Ataris up there. Challenge Set. An Odyssey, a PlayStation, got a Vectrex, Virtual Boy.
Okay, I even balanced out from our shortages from the other day, so everything
Alright.
should be golden as long as the drawer was okay.
When you went in there 2 days ago, there wasn't shit at all. Yeah, and the 360, yeah. I think they've started putting 360 and PS3 in bins. No, the DLC, I think that's fine. Here's the other thing about selling stuff. The where you get stuff early, that would be fine, because you are completely allowed. If you want to sell something exclusively at one place, even for a limited time, you can do that. Like say, for whatever reason, say Microsoft only wanted to sell Xbox at Best Buy. That would be perfectly legal. But if you sell things at multiple locations, you have to basically offer the same deals everywhere. So I'm pretty sure getting something early at one place is fine. It's kind of the same as getting like Crash Insanity is only coming out on PS4 now, but it's coming out on Xbox down the road.
Exclusives are stupid. I was complaining about that earlier.
What?
I hate timed exclusive. Either make it exclusive or just release it. I hate timed exclusives.
I don't have a problem with. I used to hate it. As a
just
gamer, I hated timed exclusives, but as a business owner, I kind of like exclusives. I don't have to order as much. It's so much easier because it's only on one system. I know it's the business side of me, but I really don't care about exclusives as much. It's less I got to order. Less I got to worry about.
I'm gonna go get a drink, bro.
All right. 1980s tabletop arcade game. I sold the one I had recently. We had a cocktail table. Yeah, the day they take, I said that. Yeah, Matt. Actually, I'm gonna do that too. Me and my business partner are already planned. We're gonna have a little tailgate outside of the local store by our Fremont store, and we're gonna heckle them as they're closing it out. In televisions, like very rarely, like only once or twice have we even gotten a television in the like 12 years we've been open. Very rarely. When I went to my other store, I made a walkthrough video on my phone. I'm gonna post that later today. Because everybody wants to see the other store all the time. That's funny you said that, Matt, because we already have that plan. We plan on sitting out there all day while they're boxing shit up. I think they got about 3 or 4 years though. And they might actually just transition to just becoming Think Geek, and games will be a side business for them. David, I usually pick better performance. I'd rather have the 60 frames per second over the prettier graphics. I'd rather take the higher frame rate. I'd actually, I think it's funny that people are all about like 4K is the new thing. I'd rather have 1080p 60 frames a second than 4K 30 frames a second. No, Ryu, we're not hiring at the moment. We're pretty much, we got to, as you can see, we're not real busy at this time of year. So we got everybody we need at the moment. We're getting there though. I mean, it'll be, November is when it really starts getting busy. Open a Funko Pop. Good Lord, there's so many. We sell Funko Pop here, but I would have picked 60 frames for Everybody's Golf too. Yeah, definitely. Especially a game like that where like it just plays better. Everything plays better at 60 frames a second. It's just smoother. It feels smoother. That's why all the Call of Duty games shoot for 60 frames a second. How much did it cost us to set up our store? On this store, and honestly, the store that we have now, the other store, God, I couldn't even put a number on it. I will tell you, we started with $30,000 in a tiny store that was probably not even half the size of this store. It was like a little closet. We started in a tiny store, and we just gradually grew, and then we moved into a bigger store and filled that store up. Then we opened another store, and then we opened a third store, and we ended up closing one store. Yeah, it took a while to get here. So I mean, we started with 30 grand. You couldn't start either of these stores with 30 grand. It's worth way more than that. The inventory alone's more than 30 grand in here, in the other store too. So. The other store, I don't think they're hiring anybody, but I kind of leave that up to my business partner. I don't think he has any plans to hire anybody. He might bring somebody on for Christmas time. Will broadcast TV get to 1080p? They do some stuff in 1080p, don't they? I don't know. I haven't seen anything broadcast higher than 1080. The Crash Funkos are coming. You love your Funkos, David. You love those Funkos. I think they're cool. I have a couple myself, but I'm not a big collector. I was watching somebody streaming the other day. They had like a whole room full of them. If you tried to get every Funko, oh my God, you'd need like a whole house. Those people struck gold with those things. Better Off Dead, we are located in Port Clinton, Ohio, and our other store's in Fremont, Ohio. Where are you from? I like this game. I hope they make this backwards compatible on the one. Any of you guys play that? Well, I guess it's on that rare. It's on the rare replay, but that's a good game. David, I actually got rid of most of my amiibos too. This is not something we sell in the store, but if you go do a search online, you can find like basically people put amiibo, the whole data of the amiibos on cards. I have like the whole Breath of the Wild. I have the whole Legend of Zelda set and the Mario. I got basically every amiibo on cards, and they work just like amiibos. You put the card down on your, and it reads them just like it's an amiibo. Florida and Pittsburgh. Nice. I need to go back to Florida to go to Disney. Bruce Lee on Xbox? I will check for you. Let me check. Yeah, Black was a great game. I hope so too. They could easily make every game backward. Every original Xbox game should be backwards compatible, but they won't be able to because of licensing. But it should be a piece of cake. The original Xbox and the Xbox One are really similar in architecture. It should be able to. I played this back in the day, but it's been a long time since I played the Bruce Lee game. I hope they make Jet Set Radio. That's the one I hope. I have a Samsung 4K. It's pretty good. It's like a 50-incher. It's not like a huge one or anything. I have my little room I sit in. I have the Samsung down low, and then I have my projector up above it. And I usually put like the Indians or the Cavs or the Browns while I'm playing games. I'll have the games on my projector, and then I'm playing on my 4K. Have you ever played the Bruce Lee game? It's been a long time since I played. If I remember it, it was okay. What's up, Mr. Bacon Bits? It's been a long time since I played that Bruce Lee game, right? I don't remember. I thought it was just okay, if I remember right. Hey, David, did you see Kyrie on First Take today? Never seen it. It's because it's the daytime. It's still a slow time of year. This is our slow store. This store is not as popular. Our other store is always busy. But part of the reason I'm here too is because the store is a little slower. I handle all our Amazon and eBay orders, and I do that before I start streaming. So we keep a lot of like we kind of run that business out of the back room here too. We keep all the stuff we have listed online in the back, and during the mornings I always come in early in the mornings and get everything ready to ship out, because this is a slower-ish store. But we do get a lot of trade-ins here, which help fund the other store, help keeps the other store stocked. But we do well here. We make pretty good money here. Kyrie, by the way, David, is dumb as a rock. It's a good thing he's good at basketball. That dude is not smart. He was trying to outsmart Stephen A. Smith today. buffer loop. What do you mean, Mr. Bacon Bits? Is the stream messed up? Stream's working on YouTube. It's working on YouTube. I just lost a bunch of viewers, so maybe it is. Yeah, he just wanted to get away from LeBron. It was pretty obvious, too. Mike Tyson's Punch-Out was an awesome game. I don't even know if I have it at the moment.
Nope.
Yeah, I don't even have one at the moment. I got it at home. It froze for a minute. Yeah, it makes sense. I lost about like 20 viewers when you said that. Yeah. Yeah, you mean it's hard to take anyone serious that it just ignores, like, I mean, it's hard to ignore that there's, when there's satellites and stuff like that, where you can actually see a live image of the planet, and you still think the Earth's flat. Sometimes reload, but not many. There's not many of those anywhere. There's a couple. Not a whole lot. Usually, too, if they're like that, they have a husband. So. Zombie Ate My Neighbors was a great one. I don't have that even at the moment. I think we have one at our other store, though. I'm pretty sure I saw one when I was just there. Is there anything good? Let me see if there's any good news articles. Derek sounds like he's dying in there. You okay? You alive? Are you alive?
Now I freaking hold on 1 second. I gotta get rid of these fries. These are disgusting. Which is half the reason why you don't like McDonald's.
You shouldn't go to McDonald's. No, we don't sell movies. Your father-in-law thinks the Earth is flat. My God, how in the hell? It's 2017. How the hell do
How
you?
did that movement even start
Yeah,
recently?
how do people even like seriously? I would like to ask him. So what happens when you come to the edge of the Earth? Like, do you just fall off? Do they not realize like how planes fly and stuff? How they fly from? I mean, it makes no sense. Legend of Dragoon. Off the top of my head, I really don't know. I don't think that one's a hugely priced game. I remember at one time we had a ton of those. I think it's up there. Let me look. What can the PSP take in memory? How high can it get? You know what? I don't know the max memory card a PSP can take. I think they take pretty good ones. Pretty big ones. Let me see on Legend of Dragoon. I think Derek's dying. Legend of Dragoon is still like $15-20. It's not really a... He doesn't believe in satellites. Okay. What a weirdo. How does he think like cell phones work and stuff if he doesn't believe in satellites? Are you alive?
I had, you know what dysphagia is?
No.
It's like where your esophagus closes to prevent food from going down. Sometimes it's an allergic reaction.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
but,
yeah.
So then food is just stuck there, and you either have to wait till your esophagus opens up, or you have to spit it back out.
This is a riveting stream by Derek right now.
And that's what happened. I ate a few French fries, and then it just closed up, and it stopped right there in my chest. So I'd either spit it up or wait till my throat opened up to be able to go back down.
David, on that Mario bundle, I'm not sure, because that Mario bundle is actually like $380. It's kind of expensive. Let me see if Amazon has it listed. I put my order in for them.
It is a painful experience. I hope none of you guys ever have to deal with it. It happens occasionally with me, and that was one of them. Dysphagia. Food dysphagia. It sucks. Are they? Oh, they actually doing Mario Odyssey?
They're doing
bundles?
a Switch bundle, yeah. I already put the order in for them.
I figured they would with that game, if anything. I'm really surprised they didn't do one with Zelda, honestly.
I'm kind of... I'm going to let you behind the camera. Oh, it froze again. Damn it.
The stream's freezing?
Yeah, I don't know. It's fine on Amazon. I think it's PlayStation having an issue. I think if you're watching through PlayStation, go watch it on YouTube. No, I'll tell you guys a little tip.
What's up, Bacon? I was dying just a second ago, but I'm fine now.
As a retailer, I hate bundles.
Oh yeah.
Because here's the thing with bundles. It sucks when you're a retailer, because we don't make any money on system sales, and all of the bundle is a way for like Nintendo to take money away from retailers. Any bundle, because when you sell a game system, they're sold at cost. Okay, so because they're throwing Mario in with it. I'm still not making any money on that damn stupid bundle. I'm selling it at the cost and somebody's getting Mario. But if somebody just bought the system and then they bought Mario, I'd at least make like $10. But the bundle, I'm going to make nothing. And Nintendo makes more money that way. So I actually kind of hate bundles as a... It's great for... It's good for consumers. It's bad for retailers.
Choke baby, yeah. I was just a second ago. For sure. That's what I get for eating shitty food.
Yeah. I try not to go to
Well, I wanted French fries, and then the sad thing is the French fries are like old and like cold and soggy. So it's not even like they were good. I threw them away. And that was like, otherwise I would have went to Taco Bell to get a box to not win an Xbox X.
Did you ever
Put in that code? No.
I think he threw it away too.
That's fine. After we went through all that work. It's probably still in there if it was from yesterday. Oh no, he must have emptied it.
I can't even find that Mario bundle advertised anywhere.
Bundle stuff with GameStop style. I
Yeah,
mean, sometimes...
GameStop does that so they make more money.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes the company's forced to do it. Now, not to the extent that GameStop, where it's like, well, you can get, 2 extra games and the controllers. Like, sometimes you're forced to, because when we order from retailers, sometimes we're forced to buy extra stuff as well, too.
Yeah, like that's another thing. Like, okay, like when something's like real hot demand, like even when the Switch like first came out, in order to get a Switch, you had to have an attachment rate. So you had to, for every Switch you ordered, you had to order like 6 pieces of software. So, which wasn't hard because there were a lot of games coming out. But sometimes when that's why you see forced bundles like from GameStop too, because I'm sure like they do that to them too. So like for every system you get, you got to buy so many things. So sometimes we do require the only thing we've ever done to people is if you got to when stuff was like that, we've had them buy at least a game. So you got to get at least a game. And most people do anyway when they're buying a system. Thanks, Kevin. David, it doesn't surprise me, man. Nintendo's been doing this for years. When N64 stopped selling, they came out with those fantastic colors. Those are cool now, but back then they were a pain in the ass because Nintendo 64s weren't selling. So then Nintendo came out with like 6 or 7 new different colors, and like as a retailer, you had to stock them. Did I pick the fries back up and said, hey, they're still good? No, I don't know what Derek did with his fries.
I threw them out.
He threw them away. So that Mario Odyssey, it looks like maybe a slightly different color of red on those Joy-Cons. I don't know. It also comes with a carrying case. But that bundle, you don't save any money. You're literally paying for Mario Odyssey and the carrying case. That's just crazy, David. That's cool that people do that, but that's just God. It would be hard to get every variant of every game and everything. There's a game recently on PS4 that just got recalled that I'm sure will become a collector's item because it had the wrong game on it. Like when you put it in the PS4, it actually loaded up as a different game. Just this past week, it got recalled.
Huh. Can't remember what it was.
It was a newer game, and then they recalled it. I don't know. We only had a couple. They're at the other store. Ryan goes, well, I want to see like if there's something wrong with it, so I put it in, and it's a totally different game.
Huh.
I was like, yeah, that would be a big issue. So those will probably become collector's items.
Everyone is broke.
Yeah, everyone is broke. That's right. Everyone is broke. That's part of the reason we're dead at the moment, especially around here. The other thing too is this is a tourist town, so like
and tourism is ending.
tourism is ending, and it's really only on the weekends now. So yeah, I saw that with Metal Jesus. It was all right. He did explain a little bit, like they do those contracts ahead of time with how many games they're gonna produce. So I do kind of understand it a little bit better, but I still wish they would. I wish some of the companies would realize just look at the demand for those games and realize there's still a high demand for physical games and start putting them out. They did say in that interview that the one company they basically negotiate the rights for a game. Say they'll negotiate that they get to print like 3,000 of a certain game, and then after that the rights go back to the company. They said they have went back and tried to get some companies to reproduce them, and they said one company did it on their own. They started making physical. They did a second run, but it was on their own. I just wish more companies would realize there's a high demand for physical games, and they should produce them. Now, like what I've been doing lately, and what we have in the store here is like we have Parappa the Rapper, we have River City, Melee. We have a lot of other games. Those are some of the Wonder Boy I have physically, but they're not limited run games. I actually imported the Asian English version games of them. I mean, we had Dead or Alive, just stuff that didn't come out here physically. We import them and have them in the store.
Yeah, I finished my meal. I threw away the fries, just ate the burger.
No, Choke Boy's right here. He's alive.
Yep, I'm alive. I'm okay.
I don't know. Did they re-release Yakuza on PS2? Wow. Sega is one of the more consumer-friendly companies, except for Sonic. Why the hell they didn't put Sonic on a physical disc? I hope they do. probably for suckers like me that they'll be like, oh, we'll sell it digitally. Then when the digital sales stop selling, we'll probably put it out physically. I can almost guarantee you Sonic will be out physically on a disc down the road. And I'll probably be a sucker and buy it. I'll check, Ryu. Umbrella Corps. We actually have Umbrella Corps on disc. I'll go get it. I gotta leave. Check out. Resident Evil.
We do not have
Are we out?
Kenshin. Well, we don't have Kenshin. What were you wanting?
Resident Evil Umbrella Corps.
Nope, both stores are out of it.
We did have it.
We did have it. What's up, West?
But like, you don't have to go limited run games. I mean, like, you can order like this, and this is completely in English. You just got to look for the Asian versions. So. I gotta get going.
Yep. What's going on, Mark?
What's up, mercenary? I have to go home and do some adult stuff. I have to get my kid off the bus. Being an adult sucks.
I should have been streaming for about 3.5 hours. I'll probably, when you leave, we'll probably end the stream.
Yeah.
So yeah, when you get ready to leave, you can go ahead and end it. I won't be streaming tonight. Kevin's gonna end it right when he's leaving. Yeah, they were talking a lot about that game. I used to love Hot Shots.
Everybody loves this. You know what? This would sell better if they would have called it Hot Shots here in America. I know it's called everybody's golf everywhere else in the world, but most people have no idea what this is in America.
How's it going? Oh, yep, sure. Do we have a Guitar Hero box set back? I don't think we do.
You know what?
What?
Just reading a file.
From the other day for that stuff, or what?
What is going on with the computer?
Yeah, it's...
There it goes.
We have for anything in particular today?
Do you guys have any? Wow, you have Sega Genesis games.
Yeah, we have all kinds of old stuff.
Do you have any PC games?
Oh,
The only thing I have at my house is a damn computer.
Everything's digital nowadays.
I know.
It's hard to.
You have a Sega Genesis, but not PC games.
Yep.
What's even better is I have most of these games in Genesis.
With Steam and stuff like that, most people just get their games through places like that.
Yeah.
Are you taking home everybody's stuff? Yeah, the way they were talking about, because I used to love Hot Shots, I was like, man, now I want to get it, just because you keep talking it up.
Yeah, I am, and my cousin's gonna buy one of these.
Okay.
So I'm taking it home.
Okay.
But get a file because it's not in there yet.
Okay.
Being a dad is awesome. I might stream this tonight.
I will watch if you're streaming it and I'm still here. Oh no, wait, I can't because I can watch it from my account. Hey, can you guys send a file, please? Yep, thanks, man. Bye.
Did you guys need help finding anything, or
No, I'm just looking.
still got the old systems?
Well, I do. My mom will I bought this.
He left.
They were 1 year. Last year. It was her 21st birthday. I bought her a freaking.
Hello.
I gave her a PS3 and all the
Yeah,
Antitrust
please.
games to it.
Oh, did you send one? Well, Kevin just told me to call you, so never mind.
I didn't know there was one already.
Okay.
It was my accident.
I'm taking off.
Okay, perfect. Yep, awesome.
And
Bye.
I never used it. You know, looking at my games.
I'm not going far without my keys.
No, you are not.
No.
Okay. Just go ahead and stop broadcasting. We'll see you guys. I probably won't stream tomorrow. I'm on a double tomorrow, so
Yeah.
probably have to wait till Wednesday.
I'll see you guys later, though.
Isn't Everybody's Golf a $40 game?
Yeah,
I might buy it.
we're down to our last one.
Okay.
All right, I'll see you guys later. Bye.
I have the movie. I was thinking about. I told him I'm like, dude, you should.